this is the ideal place for me to explain rocket jumping. So pretty much there are two components to your rocket jumping. There's if you want to jump for height, and if you want to jump for horizontal distance. And all of this varies based on the angle you're shooting your rocket with yourself. So if you wanted like to jump for height, you would shoot more straight down to the ground, perpendicular to the ground, really. And if you're a distance, you're going to want to angle it down more, but enough so you get up a little bit. So say you want to jump for height. Obviously, there's crouch jumping, and oh, hold on, let me backtrack real quick. There's two different types of rocket jumping also, with crouching and without crouching. If you just do a normal vertical jump without crouching, you will jump, say, about this high. Now, if I do that same jump with crouching, I will go much higher. Check, like that, see? The first jump, I would not have been able to make it up onto that platform. The second jump, yes. Now, what was I going to say? It's the same concept with horizontal jumping. If you do the crouch with it, you will go farther than if you don't crouch. So generally, crouching is good, but if you're not jumping on something that's that high, you don't want to crouch, because then you could take falling damage, and if you are good at rocket jumping, you don't want to take falling damage ever. The ideal jump, you never take falling damage. That's something I still have to work on. I mean, something like that jump that I just made, I did not crouch. I did not need to crouch. I could clear that without having to crouch and taking the falling damage. If I did do the crouch, I probably would have taken some falling damage. Oh, maybe not. But on some places you will. And generally falling damage wants to be avoided. Okay, so, right, when I'm doing a vertical jump, you want to jump and then shoot. So, like, that's kind of slowed down for a vertical. So, say you want to get from this bridge up onto the point, and you do that. Just straight down, jump, crouch, then shoot. Now, for distance, these jumps are a little bit harder for players, because it requires you to really snap back, like, fast, and then jump and do your jump. So if you look like that, you get more distance out of it. I mean, you could even do like a horizontal jump. I mean, varying on what your angle is, like this angle here will affect how high you go, how far you go. So I mean, I could jump from here up to there if I wanted to, like that, but, well, I mean, I jumped on. I could jump from, yeah, here to there if I wanted to. Like that, so, give myself health real quick. As for horizontal jumping also, you could use walls to assist your jump. They will actually propel you further if you shoot your rocket at a wall, like, you know. It's hard to slow down, but you turn and do it as you would, but instead of shooting at the ground, you're shooting at the corner of the wall. So you could, like, use this wall to project yourself onto that little train cart. Something like that, yeah. And, you know, that's usable in a lot of places. So, like, that was a wall jump, then this fence, you know, this to this jump, wall to go straight across. No, this is just a normal jump. You don't need to crouch for that. If you do end up crouching and doing, like, say, a vertical jump, a lot of bad soldiers will do a vertical jump to get from here to there. Yes, you will get there, but if you're going against a good soldier, you're going to leave yourself open to air shots, and you're going to take falling damage. So, do this. There, I took 20-something unnecessary damage. Not to mention, when he's up, the soldier that's up here, bam, bam, a good soldier could easily shoot you out of the sky. That's an easy jump. This is probably the hardest jump that I know of. You can make it using this wall up onto that spire point. It's very difficult, but if you do it just right, you can make it. Yeah, like that. You have to use the wall, otherwise you'll never make it up there. I mean, if you screw it up, you might end up doing too much horizontal distance, and you'll end up like here, which is not bad, but if there is a soldier up top, he's going to be above you. Because when you're doing soldier battles, it's all about the height advantage, because shooting someone like this, where you have something to explode on, is a lot easier than trying to shoot a guy up here, and your rockets are going past him. If you don't hit him directly, you're not doing damage. He doesn't have to hit you directly, he just needs to get the splash damage from these explosions. I mean, yeah, just work it out. This is a great place to practice rocket jumping, this fire point. So, you know, practice going from here to there, you know, from down here. You can make it up to this point from anywhere. Really, you can go from down here. And you're not going to make it as high from down there, because this is extreme. Like, you can barely make it to the top, even with a good crouch jump there. I'm out of ammo here. But, yeah, you just work on it. It can be used for, also, in competitive matches, it's used for getting to the middle point faster. It's not really a big thing in pubs, because you, generally, for it to work, you need a medic healing you. So, but I mean, for this, it's called a rollout. For this level, you would come out, and the soldier would use this wall to not, you know, you're not supposed to hit the ceiling, and then you'd come around down this way, and shoot up these stairs. Then you drop out and you rocket jump from here up to there. And then you'd be at mid a lot faster than the soldiers. You should almost keep up with the scouts. I mean, and then if you were going to be really aggressive, this is hard to hit because it's small, but you can still use this wall and get up onto their crate like that. And then you can shoot. If you can keep them in there, that's great. Being on these crates is a great spot for a soldier because, like I said, height advantage. It's a lot easier to shoot them like this with that angle down than it is for them to shoot up. Okay, I'm not going to go over the basics of rocket jumping again. For this, I'm just going to show you some good spots for jumping, how to do them, and yeah, so when you first spawn, this is something that you can do and demos can do. You're the only ones. There's that short few second period where none of your characters in the spawn can move when the match is starting. But what you can do is you could crouch down, shoot rockets at your right in front of you, and you can put yourself back up to here. Generally, unless you have a medic healing you, I wouldn't jump out further than the resupply, because then you could be at full health and then just run out. As for what I was explaining in the other level rollouts, for this one, to get to mid fast, you want to come out of here, use this wall. Like I said, you could use the walls to go further. Use this wall to propel yourself forward, then quickly jump over this wall. Then there's this corner here. So when you come in here, you use this corner to jump back, and then this wall. Go forward, and you're pretty much at mid. And then when you get in here, you can jump onto the crates. You know, the enemy team's going to be coming from either that garage or that side, so you can be above them here. Really, don't do those rollouts unless you have a medic on you, because you're going to end up coming to the middle point with no health unless you get the med pack, and it's in the middle of... This is going to be a battle zone when the first people get there. Right, so... Anyway, for a soldier, being on top of these crates is great, because, like I said, you know, the height advantage thing. This gives you the height advantage on the enemy team, on soldiers. If a soldier is smart, he will attempt to rocket jump up here to get at you to take away your height advantage. That's where the air shotting comes in. I'll show you right after this a map that you could use to start out air shotting if you really want to get into soldier and like hardcore good stuff. Air shotting's difficult, but yeah. Anyway, so getting on these crates, you want to use a vertical jump. So like that. That I crouched. I don't believe you need to crouch to get onto these crates, but it's borderline when you don't crouch, so I like to crouch because you can do it without taking falling damage. And you can get to the other side. Like, if you use a horizontal jump, you can get from this blue crate to that red crate. So, and if you do it right, you won't take falling damage. It's a bit difficult. That's something I've been working on, is trying to get rocket jumps without taking falling damage, but it's very possible. Like that one was here to there, no falling damage. Just an all-around good jump. So yeah, say you were pushing forward, pursuing the enemy team, you could use this to go forward again. I mean, you know, it's all about walls. You could use the walls for horizontal movement, help a lot. That I would not use like a straight. You're gonna bounce off the ceiling. I like to just do a quick little. It's not a straight vertical. It's a little bit of horizontal, so I can get up on the ledge nicely and not like bounce off the ceiling. This pipe, great spot for soldiers. You could get up from down there or from here, but it puts you right above them on their last point. They could be walking out of here. In a lot of pubs, the engineers place sentries right there, so you could rain hell on them if you know you're not in their sentries range. You could shoot from like here. Splash damage does engineers, but yeah, good spot to be in. I'll show you jumping up there from this door. The reason I'm not taking so much damage from my rocket jumping is because I've been using the gun bullets this whole time. I don't use them in-game, but it just makes it easier for me to rocket jump more and show you things. So from here, you would do a crouch jump. You get right up there. You can do a vertical. I mean, it's fine. I guess that's fine. I generally, most of my... Oh, server's going down for maintenance. What? Oh, the item server. Okay, I don't care. Most of my jumps, I do the flick back and up. I don't generally go straight down and do a straight up vertical jump. But, yeah. Anyway, now I'm going to show you that map that you practice air shotting and pretty much anything else with some bots if you want to get into soldier and do that kind of thing. So, okay, well, here is a good training map. If you want to get really into soldier, this is a great map to start out on. It has a lot of options for practicing with bots. It's called TR Walkway. TR_walkway, like that. Anyway, obviously it's a big walkway. It spawns bots here, and they run to the end of the map, and once they get to the end of the path, they die and then respawn at the beginning. There's tons of options, like what classes, if you want to have all one class of bots running around. What I play with is competitive classes, because I like to play competitive TF2. There's constant resupply on, so you don't really have to ever reload. There's always resupply, you don't die. I like to turn criticals off because I don't play with criticals. I turn down, this is adjust the spawn time. I mean, if you really want, you can look through this map yourself. I'm not going to go through every single option. I changed the strafing and, yeah, so competitive classes obviously are soldier, scout, medic, and demo. That's generally all you will see in a competitive match. I like to turn this down. Really what I use this map for is practicing air shots. When you use this, it puts down a launch pad that will launch them up at a random height and a random trajectory, so like how far they'll go. To do this, I like to use this platform, which is movable. I like to go on this platform and use it to practice with my air shots. So move it back a little bit, and then again, and then there'll be a launch, and you could shoot at NPC targets to practice. I mean, obviously, you know, when you're first starting out, you're not gonna hit a lot, but when you get there and you get like these double air shots, it's good for starting. I mean, in a real match, it's a lot harder to hit these, but when you're just starting out, this is great practice. I mean, I just switched to a new mouse sensitivity, which is why I'm not doing that great, but I use this to adjust my mouse sensitivity. But, yeah. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and shoot guys for 10 years, but this is absolutely, I mean, it's good for pretty much anything you possibly want to do. For tons of different classes. You can make, like, the bots attack, you can make them jump, crouch. There's a whole another part of the map with sentries that I don't even know how to use because I haven't touched it. This is all I really use it for. I mean, also, if you want to turn the launch pad off, and you could practice popping guys up, shooting them out of the air after you pop them up. This is good practice. Like that. It's, you know, it's great for starting out. That's all I really have to say about this map. I mean, there's a lot more to it, but if you want to use it and train with it, that's your choice, and, you know, you can look through all these options yourself. So, that's just what I use it for.